I'm really excited today because today I am going to be showing you something that is so freaking exciting that I honestly just I can't contain myself. And this right here is a lightsaber bag. And inside of here is the IJ series lightsaber. I'm gonna show them to you. There's 3 versions, and I did this collaboration with Imperial Sabers, and I've got a bunch of their sabers before, so now it's time for the big reveal. I'm so hyped. You guys may have seen our short film that we did. That was basically a very quick video. We shot that sunrise to sunset in one day in Hawaii. I edited it on the flight back, and here we are. We're launching this thing, and I'm so excited to show it to you. So when you do purchase an IJ series lightsaber, you also get one of these bags with it. Now, prepare yourself. Yes! Okay, so here they are. This is 2 of them. Now, there's 3. We have a black, a silver, and a gold. So the cool thing about this is it is modular, so you can take off all of these various pieces and you can kind of make this however you want it. And why this is so cool is this is the configuration that I like for combat because this protects your fingers, and it's really great because if you're in, battle and another saber hits you, I guess if this was actual real life, real Star Wars, you probably would just get your whole hand sliced in half, but we're talking about real life, not like real, you know what I mean. If you hit this, your hand is not gonna get smashed. And let me tell you what, I've had my fingers smashed way too many times when sparring with these. Also, I guess, hold on a second. There's a really good chance some of you might be confused. You're like, what, Justine, I thought you just do tech unboxing. I don't know what's happening right now. Why do you have a lightsaber? So for the past year, my friends, I guess it's not that secret of a hobby, but I have been training a few various martial arts over the past couple of years, but specifically over the past year, I started getting into lightsaber combat. And my trainer here in Los Angeles, he knows a bunch of different martial arts, but we started training Kali, which is usually with 2 weapons. It's like a Filipino martial arts, and we kind of started out with knives and sticks, and then one day he's like, hey, we should do this with lightsabers. And I was like, why didn't you mention this day 1 that we started training? So ever since then, I've been kind of going down this whole lightsaber path, and it is a crazy world out there. I just want to show you. This is the first lightsaber that I have purchased. I've bought 5 or 6 or maybe actually 7 of these, and this thing is absolutely destroyed. Now, this is not the company that I have partnered with. I am showing you what a poor quality lightsaber looks like to show you what a good quality lightsaber looks like. So this plastic saber is not good. It's super low quality. It's very thin. We were able to do a little bit of combat with these, but honestly, I've gone through at least 8 of these. And this one was maybe $150, almost $200 for this little piece of garbage that barely worked. The entire insides of it is just inset inside of it, and it's just not good. Fast forward to a trip to Hawaii, to Oahu, that I went to in August, and I met this guy, Nate, and he's absolutely incredible. And he trains at a UFC gym out of Kailua in Oahu. So if you're ever there, you gotta go. You gotta go check it out, take one of the classes. So anyway, he is in partnership with Imperial Sabers, who makes these lightsabers. Anyway, I trained with him, and then I bought a few of the Imperial Sabers, and I absolutely loved them. And what I love so much about them is how durable they are, first of all. This is freaking quality. You can go out to battle with your friends, your enemies, and you guys can actually, you can just freaking go out and just do it. Oh yeah, these do turn on, by the way. There's various different settings that you can change. Let me turn this off real quick, and there's a little card that it comes with and gives you the instructions on how to use this. So this little light will light up as you press, and that corresponds with all of the various settings. So it's actually a little bright here in my studio, but you can change the saber light to pulsate. I prefer this kind of just standard, just a standard saber light. It also has sounds. And there is even music. And various sound effects.
I'll show you the dark side.
You can change the color, which is pretty exciting. So I'm gonna go, I've got a yellow, like you basically can change it to any color. Like this cycles through and then you press the button and then that'll lock in your color. And it's really cool because like I am now sort of like in this whole lightsaber universe and there's so many things that I didn't realize. A lot of lightsaber companies charge extra for every single little tiny thing. If you wanna mute your lightsaber, that's extra. If you wanna have different colors, that's extra. So I was so excited to find out that like when you buy one of these, yes, they are expensive, but honestly, the amount of really crappy lightsabers that I have gone through to get here is just, it's honestly so exciting because this is actually really incredible quality. And one of the things that I love about the IJ series saber is how amazing it is for spinning. So there's like this little piece right here that is also, this is all modular. So all of these pieces do come off. And so this is where your little light is. And that just hooks onto here. Now, what's cool about this for spinning is it's a perfect weight if you're interested in doing any type of lightsaber spinning. So it's like your hand just rests like perfectly right here and it makes it very easy to spin. It's also an incredible weight, like the weight balance between the blade and the hilt. These are things that when I first bought a couple random lightsabers off of Amazon, I had no idea what I was getting into. And now that I do know what I'm looking for, it's here. This is it. And Imperial Sabers has such a huge wide variety that it's kind of overwhelming, but I'm so hyped about this because I love the fact that it is a perfect weight for spinning. And then also we've got some accessories. So I'm gonna show you guys how this all works. And to charge it, it's just a little USB. You plug this right into here. It lasts a pretty long time as well. So as you can see, this has the little disc on it for your protective combat needs. And this comes with a little bag like this, and you'll get a little tool just like that. So there's these little screws right there. So that's how you put your blade in. So to turn this into the combat version, we just screw this on just like so. Put on our hilt. And that, my friends, is how we go to war. Here's both the black and the silver that are now all set for combat. And I'll show you how easy it is to attach a blade to this. So this is what one of the new blades looks like. It is wrapped very nicely, just like this. And it's so satisfying. You'll get the little disc accessory and you'll get a blade. So the blade just slides right in. And then you've got these little tiny screws that you're gonna just screw right into place. And so what I did for this, because this does add on a little bit of length to the blade, and it will put like a little, I guess like a little screw mark into it. So I like to set this blade up first with the length of this piece, and then I can just easily screw this one on and off to add on very easily if I want to switch it to a combat type situation. So yeah, just screw that in just like that. And if I want to add on the little disc, obviously I do love the other two colors as well, but you guys know that I'm a huge gold fan. Like, look, hello, accessories, accessorizing. So here they are. This is what all three of them look like. And you might notice in the little trailer that we did, there was another blade, and this is called a ripper blade. And this is actually handmade, so they don't have very many of these available. So these are all like custom etched in, so they don't have very many of these. So if you do want to add on one of these blades, that is an option, but just note this is extremely limited, but it's so cool because this is all like chromed out and this black is just etched in. And it's actually pretty impressive because we did a lot of sparring with this and it held up really, really well. So this is kind of what a brand new blade looks like. Very smooth, very sleek. And this I don't even know if you can tell, but this is one of our very heavily used blades. They are incredibly durable, and these also do have a year warranty. If anything were to go wrong, you guys can contact them and they will help you resolve your issues. Now, they will take a little while to ship, so if you do end up ordering these, there's a really good chance if you're watching this right now, it is around the holidays, you might not get it there in time for Christmas. But if you do order one, I made a little video that you can send to your friend or your family member or whoever you got one of these for, and it's like a personalized little thing that says, hey, your friend sent you one of these, might not make it in time for the holidays, but stay tuned in the mail because it'll be there. There's also something that's really exciting about this whole kind of little endeavor is Imperial Sabers also has this other sort of side separate company called Saberation, where they do competitive tournaments with lightsaber combat, and it's so freaking cool. They have classes all around the world, and my new friend Nate, who I met in Oahu, who I told you guys about, we actually made a little video while I was on the Big Island. He flew in to help me make that little cinematic trailer, and we also filmed some tutorials because there's so much that kind of goes into this that I didn't even know about. So in addition to getting the sabers, we're also going to give you access to this little IJ Army membership community that will give you some spinning basics and also the various forms. There's like form 1 through 7, which shows you like the different techniques in each form. So we wanted to kind of give you that as a little added bonus. So if you do get one of these, you can be started on your lightsaber journey. I mean, you can also just get this as like a really cool prop piece, but I expect you guys to go out and use these. Like, yeah, it looks cool, but I want to see you guys spinning and doing cool stuff. Like, I am very, very early in my journey in this art form, so I still have a very long way to go, but it is such a fun activity, and it's something that you really don't need a training partner for. Like, you can start doing these spinning techniques and learning a lot of different stuff online. Like, there's so many different classes that you can take, and even on Imperial Sabers, they have a link that you can actually enroll in their curriculum. They've got all sorts of classes, and maybe even you can take like a real life class one day. It's just so much fun, and it's like this whole other world that I didn't know existed, and now that I know that it does, I think if you guys have been around for a while, you know that when I get into things, like I'm in. Like, I'm so all in. Like, I'm dedicated. I'm so dedicated that we freaking came out with an IJ series lightsaber. So if you haven't watched episode 1 of the IJ series, I'll put a link in the description to check it out. If you guys want more information about these sabers, or if you want to buy one, all of the links again will be in the description. I'm super hyped about this, so I hope you guys are excited too. So now that I showed you guys the sabers, we're gonna go cut to a little clip here with Nate, who is talking kind of about Imperial sabers and why we both really love this specific lightsaber design. And yeah, so here we go. Let's go to Hawaii. Hey guys, it's Justine, and I'm here with Nate.
Hi guys.
I am so excited that you're here. Can you do like a little introduction for
Sure,
everybody?
yes. So yeah, I'm with the Imperial Sabers as well as the Saberation company. We make our own lightsabers, plus we also teach lightsabers to competitions so that we can compete with them. So not just play with them, but actually use them as a sport.
And I had no idea that this whole world existed. Like, I just started getting into doing like lightsaber combat just sort of by accident. And then I randomly met you on Oahu when we were filming something with Sony. I had one of my lightsabers just sitting off to the side, and Toby, our sound guy, was like, oh, my friend actually trains at the UFC gym with like lightsabers. I go, no, you need to call him right now, get his info, and then we trained in Oahu, and long story short, we're here now with the IJ series lightsabers. So this is 2 of the colors that we have. This is the gold, this is the black, and then there's a silver one. And we went out and we filmed like a really cool little short film. But you've been doing martial arts and this kind of stuff for so long. So like, how did you kind of get into this, and what is your background?
I started in karate when I was very little, like about 8 years old. And I was also a little bit jiu-jitsu as well. But now I'm teaching Jeet Kune Do, and Jeet Kune Do is very eclectic. It has so many different martial arts in it. And I've also done stunts and film, so kind of knowing both sides of real fighting and also fake fighting, which is more for fun and also for making it look good, right? So That's what we like to do with these sabers too. We also compete with them, which is kind of more realistic, but the sport. We also kind of play with them too, to make them more like choreography or fancier, having fun with making it look cool.
Put a link in the description where you guys can get these sabers, and you can also check out Nate on social media because he's got so many cool TikToks, and I'm so excited that you're here. Like, this is incredible.
Thank you very much for for allowing this to happen. This is
I know.
Amazing for me too. I really I loved Justine's work, and when she was doing sabers, I was like, wow, okay, I mean, we could do something with this now.
And you've done a bunch of YouTube stuff also with like Devin Supertramp.
Yeah,
which,
that's right.
Since this is YouTube family here, you guys all know Devin and his incredible stuff because you were in a couple of his videos
If
before.
you've ever seen the parkour dinosaur, or like when we did the real life Jurassic Park, so there's that one, and we just did one recently for State of Survival.
So if you guys are ever in Oahu, you should definitely check out the UFC gym in Kailua and take a lightsaber class with Nate because it's honestly, it's so much fun. You know, the whole sport aspect, and you guys even have with the Saberation, like there's a fitness aspect of this as well.
So there's three of us. It's me who does the sport, the combat, and the competition part of it. And there's Nick who does the saber fit, and then there's Edward who got together the lightsabers, created all these partners with us. So Edward's our main brain, basically. He's like the overhead everything. And he created all the curriculum, and he's partnered with us so that we could do the individual pieces. So like Nick does the saber fit, I do mostly the competition and martial art teaching of the lightsaber, but he controls the other stuff, like the online curriculum. That's how it goes.
Wow, like I can't believe it. And I'm really excited about the saber because you had told me about the Imperial sabers, so then I went and bought one, and then I added another one into my cart, and then I ended up with 3 of them, and then I got combat gloves. So I basically like got the whole setup. Out of the 3 that I picked, some of them were a little bit too heavy for me for spinning, and I was like, this is a beautiful saber, but this saber is the IJ series, and I'm so excited about this one because for spinning and even for like combat, it's so light, but it also has kind of this, what would you call this piece? Is there like a specific name for it?
That's the emitter, basically. So this is part of the emitter, this is the shaft of the blade, and this is the pummel. We talk about this in the saber teaching as well, how to divide up the blades. So like any weapon, right, in martial arts, you have like different parts of the blade that are different for different reasons.
Like I'm so excited about this because like for spinning and stuff like that, like this just feels so perfect. And the weight of it and the balance, like everything about it, I was like, this is it. Like I absolutely love it. And it's so cool because on even the website, like there are so many customizations that you guys can do. Like it was wild. I was so overwhelmed. I think I spent like 4 hours going through and just like looking at different ones. I don't know. I'm just so excited that this all worked out and you're here and we made a really cool short film. But again, I'll put a link in the description where you guys can check this out, and you can check out Saberation and Imperial Sabers and Nate and Nick and Edward and the whole crew. And I'm so honored though to be a part of this now. Like this is so exciting.
Thank you so much. I'm really honored to be here as well. So it's really fun for me to come out here and train with you.
I'm working hard. I'm gonna get better. I'm a Jedi in training.